What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel. Let's take a look at the Week 5 Monday Night Football showdown slate here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Chiefs going on the road here against the Jaguars, coming off a big win against the Niners. Chiefs coming off a big win against the Ravens. Big AFC matchup here on Monday Night Football, so it should be a good one. We'll start with the Kansas City Chiefs side. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks in football, finally showed it last week against the Ravens. He's actually had a pretty good season, albeit not a lot of weapons out there, but we know that's the norm with Mahomes. 4 touchdowns last week against the Ravens. You love to see it. He's obviously playable in all formats, cash games, tournaments, against the Jaguars here. The return of Rashid Rice should be coming relatively soon. I think it's week 6 maybe, so maybe next week or the week after that he will be back. Until then, it is still the Xavier Worthy #1 receiver show. 8 targets, 83 yards, 2 carries on the ground last week. Didn't get in the end zone, but we know Xavier Worthy has that big play upside here. Look for Patrick Mahomes to try to get to Worthy deep down the field here against this Jaguars defense. Jaguars defense has been good. They have a nice pass rush, but I still believe Worthy can beat that secondary over the top for sure. Then you got Travis Kelce. It's been a struggle for him so far this year. Coming off 5 targets, which is fine, but only 48 yards. Kind of like a low A-dot, veteran tight end over the middle in this stage in his career. You're just hoping he gets in the end zone, which is, of course, always possible with Kelce. The price tag's a little bit tough to stomach here at $7,600. I think he's tournament only. Hollywood Brown, of course, at $7K here. Another tournament option for me only. Did get in the end zone last week, which is what you need out of Hollywood Brown, but with Xavier Worthy back, I don't think Hollywood Brown is a must-play at 7K. I think if you are going to play Mahomes at captain, you can definitely pay, you want at least 2 of his pass catchers there to stack him with, and I think Hollywood Brown can fit that bill, but it has to be tournaments only for me, not in smaller field stuff. Then you got Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. I'm definitely setting a rule here where I'm maxing one of Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. They're just going to eat into each other's upside. With these 2 guys, you're just hoping one of them gets in the end zone. Kareem Hunt's been the goal line back in the past. We know Pacheco has some big play upside, but I don't have a lot of interest here in these guys. Like I said, I'm setting a rule where I'm maxing one of Pacheco and Hunt and seeing where the projections kind of take me, but I don't think I'm going to be playing either of them. Butker's a good source of value. Price tag is a little bit higher than we'd like, but he's been outstanding back-to-back games of 13 fantasy points. That's a good number at 5,400 here, even against the Jaguars. Then you got guys like Tyquan Thornton, Juju Smith, who will kind of rotate in and out. Juju kind of in that slot position, looked good last week, 6 targets, 36 yards. He's definitely the safer play here over Tyquan, but we know Tyquan kind of has that big play upside. But I do think with Xavier Worthy back, it's going to hurt Tyquan Thornton a little bit going forward here. So I think Juju is the safer, more cash game, smaller field type play at 4,800. Chiefs defense against the Jags, I think, is fine. If they were at home, I think it'd be a slam dunk. On the road against the Jaguars, though, a little bit tougher. But Jaguars offense hasn't been like anything, outstanding. So I think the Chiefs defense is still in play for tournaments. We mentioned Kareem Hunt. You also see Brashard Smith, who's been getting some carries. He's been catching the ball in the backfield a good bit. I don't mind mixing him in my player pool. I wish he was a little bit cheaper, but I think it's fine. Then Noah Gray, a nice value here at 2,400. Didn't have the output last week, but we know he's going to be out there for a bunch of snaps, and he's going to catch some passes from Mahomes. So I think Gray is a good value at 2,400 as well. This is a quick timeout to let you guys know that I've been a pro DFS player for over 5 years and have over $100,000 in career winnings. And now I'm giving away all my secrets, which you can check out at patreon.com/tdavisbrand. The link is also in the description below. It's going to give you a cheat sheet for every major slate of the NFL season. So Thursday Night Football, Sunday main slate, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, all the major slates, whether it be Showdown or the regular classic slates, you'll have access to my cheat sheet, as well as access to my private Discord where you can ask me anything fantasy football related. And I also have a NFL DFS ebook, How to Win at Daily Fantasy Football. It goes over every strategy you would want to win some cold hard cash this upcoming NFL season. We talk about things like bankroll management, contest selection, how to win GPPs, cash games, etc. So sign up for the free ebook down in the link in the description below. All right, let's go over to the Jaguar side here. Brian Thomas Jr., we've been kind of waiting for this guy to break out. It just hasn't happened. Could it happen here on Monday Night Football against the Chiefs? It could. I don't think I'm paying this price tag, though, for something I haven't seen yet. I need a wait-and-see approach here. So, hopefully Brian Thomas gets out of his slump soon. This could be the spot to do it. He's going to be probably pretty low-owned in tournaments, so I don't think it's a bad play. But for me, more of a conservative approach, cash game, small field, I'm avoiding Brian Thomas here. Travis Etienne has looked phenomenal this season, coming off a 100-yard rushing game, 22 fantasy points. This guy has looked outstanding. I know they've been using Tootin a little bit as well down here. He had 4 carries last week, but it really is the Travis Etienne show, and he's catching the ball. The backfield a good bit. Love Etienne here. I'm trying to get him in all formats. Trevor Lawrence, of course, a safe option, but just hasn't been very productive. It's been a little bit of a struggle besides one game in week 2 there against the Bengals. Tough matchup. Chiefs defense is phenomenal. I think Trevor Lawrence is safe and he has a good floor, but the upside just really isn't there. And I'm kind of, going to avoid that for now. I think I prefer Etienne from the Jaguars offense. Then you got Travis Hunter, who's been primarily playing offense now, but we haven't really seen the output yet. Coming off a 7 fantasy point game there. I don't have much interest in Hunter yet. I got to see more from him. Cam Little, the kicker, is fine. Good source of value here. You get him at that 5K, so he's a little bit cheaper than Butker, which I don't mind. And then Brenton Strange, I think one of the best values by far on this entire slate. 4,600 for pretty much at least a number 2 option here in this Jaguars offense. Like, he's been safe. It's a low ADOT, but safe underneath stuff from Trevor Lawrence. Price tag is reasonable at 4,600. I think he's going to make all cash game lineups, smaller field lineups. Brenton Strange for sure. Fire it up. Jaguars defense has been really, really good this year. I don't know if I want to do it against the Chiefs. I think they're fine to, at home here to keep in your player pool. I don't think it's like a must play because we're going against Patrick Mahomes here, so I don't think it's something I'm definitely excited about. But I think they're worth making the player pool. This could be kind of a lower scoring game than I think people think. Then you got Parker Washington. De'Ami Brown should return this week, which will kind of eat into Parker Washington. I do think Parker Washington will play a little bit still. You want to set a rule there where you probably max one of Washington and Brown and Patrick. These guys will kind of rotate for snaps. Definitely prefer De'Ami Brown here at a nice value. He looked pretty good in week 2, so I think De'Ami Brown is a good value at 2K. I think Strange and Brown are great values here on the slate. Tootin we mentioned there. Going to rotate in and out behind Etienne. He's not a bad price tag at 2,800. If he falls in the end zone, he's paying it off. Then you got Hunter Long, who plays as that second tight end. He got a touchdown last week. I think he's worth making your large field player pools. Johnny Munt plays some snaps as well. I definitely prefer Hunter Long, though, in that scenario. So some nice values on the Jaguars side here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Chiefs, Jaguars, Monday Night Football. Make sure you check out all the videos for week number 5 as we head into week number 6 here on the YouTube. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give this video a like. I appreciate it so much, as well as subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you can check out all the videos that I have to offer.